They follow the Black Fang due south. Although the trail vanishes, Lynn uses her tracking skills and the pursuit continues. The path leads up into Biran's impassable mountains. The peaks know no seasons, and the snow covers all in a bright blanket. In this land of blinding reflections, an ancient castle appears. Chapter 25, Pale Flower of Darkness. Hey guys, it's the Melblade 5 with Max More Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blade. Last time, we survived against Vida's forces and did not kill her, because that would have been a really bad idea, and got even more promotions, and this time we have arrived at the Black Fang's fortress. So, in the end, you failed to defeat them, didn't you? I only introduced you to Lord Nurgle out of respect for your rank. I was mistaken, though, to think a former royal soldier would be. Next time will be different, I swear it. I beg of you, give me one more chance. One more chance. Surely you jest. Without Lord Nurgle's good word, I'll never fly again. Not as a royal wyvern knight, at least. Please, another chance. Ah, but you're quite skilled at begging, at least. Desist. You have fallen from our graces, and nothing will change that. Just be grateful. You're an outsider, so you're spared the Fang's judgment. You stink of failure. Leave me to breathe in peace. Ursula, are you there? Yes, Lady Sonia. There are two types of people in the world, Ursula. Those chosen to lead, and those fit only to serve. Human refuse. That's all. Only two types. I am the former, a perfect specimen chosen by Lord Nurgle. You want to be like me, don't you, Ursula? Yes, of course. Then you must use the refuse to your advantage. Treat them as equals, and they will only drag you down. That woman Vida is a good example. She treats the trash as though they were people. That dooms her to failure. She truly is a fool. You, however, you I like. You must take care. It would be a shame to see you fail as Vida did. I understand. Thank you, most gracious Lady Sonia. That wyvern rider, that was the same woman we fought earlier. That proves that they took this mountain path. Now that they've come this far, they've let down their guard. You can see their tracks in the snow as plain as day. Did you track them without fail? Amazing. Anything to say, Hector? I was wrong to doubt you. At least you admit it. The fortress there must be their headquarters. Let's sneak in and see what we can find. Right. Follow my lead. Why do those two seem to be having so much fun? Now, what have we here? What a complicated place. It's a little more than whispers, but I can hear human voices. Over there! Let's go take a look. Marcus, wait here with Ninja and everybody else. Be ready to escape at any time. I'm counting on you. Yes, sir. I will not fail. Really? You're giving me a mission? Really and truly? Mother! I am. And it's a very big job at that. It's for the King of Biran. The King? Such an important job for me? Sonia, I'm against this. Giving such a dangerous job to this child. Father? You're right. This really is a job for your sons. However, we've seen nothing of them since their last report. Lloyd, Linus. So my daughter will do this, and I will have no complaints from you about it. Ah, Father, you may do as you please, but first, business. Jafar, come! Jafar! Look, that man, he was at the Dragon's Gate. Nurgle's henchman, no question about it. Jafar! Should you be up? Don't your wounds hurt? Must you be so discourteous? It really is quite irritating. You heard the king's request, did you not?
Prince Zephiel, he wants him assassinated.
What? The prince? The king wants to kill the prince? Why? He's his son, isn't he? Nino, be quiet. I'm sorry. Jafar, this mission is yours, and you're to take Nino.
You're not serious.
Yes, I'm serious. This girl is my daughter. She must prove herself as soon as possible.
Don't do this. This is too much for her.
As long as you're with her, there should be no problem. I'll brook no disagreement. We must have the king in our debt. Those are Lord Nurgle's explicit orders. Nino! You understand the consequences if you fail, don't you? Yes. Then we're off to investigate the prince's manse. I'll provide more details on the way there. Kenneth!
Yes, Lady Sonia.
Where is Brendan? He just left the room.
He went outside with Jan.
I wonder what he's about. I'll deal with it later. Listen, Kenneth. You're in charge of the guard while I'm gone. Do not let anything happen to the item.
Understood. I will guard it with my life.
Do they seriously mean to assassinate the prince?
Aye, on the orders of the king it would seem.
Unbelievable. The emblem is essential to the prince's ceremony, right? Having the emblem becomes useless if the prince is dead. We must stop the assassination. Girl, Nino, if we speak to her, she might understand. Jafar looks like a dangerous man, but we have no other course of action.
Hello, trespassers. I bid you welcome. Imagine the stronghold of a guild of assassins infiltrated. Quite amusing, isn't it? Oh, however, you shall not leave. Sonia has given me authority while she is away.
You're a holy man. What are you doing in this place?
Are you referring to my relationship with the gods? Are you still held in thrall of such a concept? You've met Lord Nurgle, haven't you? Then there is something you must know. Gods are lies created by the weakness in all mankind. If a god truly exists, then it is my Lord Nurgle. Only him.
Insane. Eliwood, waste no time with that madman. Let's get out of... We can't. Something's blocking our way. We can't get out. That man, the one in front of you, a surge of evil.
Nothing is more beautiful than the suffering of men. When I'm watching, I'm afloat in an ocean of pure bliss. I will watch you for a long, long time.
Gone. It's all right. He's still close. In this building, somewhere. We've got to defeat him and destroy this barrier. Otherwise, we'll never get out. Dean, we have to find that man and escape this place. What are your orders? Well, first off, I need to do the preparations. Okay, some more tough decisions had to be made, but here we go. Okay, there's no starting cutscene. I did not bring Hector in this chapter for two reasons. One, he's level 20, and we do not have another Heaven Seal to use. And second is also we have these treasure chests up here near where, obviously, the boss is Kenneth, who is a bishop. And obviously for that, I wanted to bring Legault into this. Okay, so first and foremost, we have these... The Sage, these two mages, and this Knight starting right off the bat. We need to take care of them. But as you can tell, this entire chapter is covered in snow, and snow works very similarly to sand. It severely restricts the movement of units. It doesn't restrict the movement of magic users as much. It's still lower than normal, but it doesn't restrict it. But they have much more movement, so at least it's pretty safe. I want to have Fiora go and deal with this general because I gave her the heavy spear specifically for this purpose. She can't even kill him. Oh god, no, what have I done? Oh no. Sane does not have a ranged weapon. Shit, wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna have to mess around with my strategy a bit here. I'm gonna have to have Sane move. Oh, god. No, okay, I have Florina move here, and then Ninian sort of dance for her. Oh god, I severely underestimated how much damage Fiora was gonna do. Now I gotta change the starting strategy here. For a large portion of this map, there are, these magic users who are trapped in here. They will attack us from the outside when we go through here, but, you know, they're mainly optional. These Wyvern Riders as well, I'm gonna have Will deal with them later on, but I need to do all this shit first. And yes, I realized that I forgot to have Will, to, promote Will in the end of the previous chapter. Just swap the swords for right now. Okay. Now, Fiora, you go and deal with that general as much as you can. Even though Fiora's resistance is really... I didn't need to do any of that shit whatsoever! Oh my god! Really? Okay then! But I'm saying, because even though Fiora's resistance is amazing, I don't want to take any chance against that Sage, which is why I did all this shit. Oh my god, why have I just done this? So great! Trade back now, because that was completely pointless. Oh my god, I gave Sane an Iron Axe as well, since he can now use axes, but alright. Okay, so yes, so I was just saying, I forgot to promote Will in the previous chapter, so... let's, fix that right now. Even though, obviously, we already know what archers promote into, since we've seen it with enemies and Louise, it still makes the scene more epic, not any less epic, I mean, because Will, obviously, you are now a sniper. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean you get a rifle to shoot with, but still, you get so much more skill and attack power. Okay, I want him to obviously deal with these Wyvern Riders that are coming for us. Legault, you need to kind of move out of there, but keep away from, obviously, the enemies. There is an enemy bishop over here. And then there is an important thing to mention about this chapter, but I'll save it once we get to the enemy phase. Okay, so for the rest of this, again, I had to use Eliwood for this chapter. And then I'll just kind of have sort of like my more tanky characters sort of going ahead. But again, not the ones with lower resistance. Right, there are plenty of trees as well in this section. I could try potentially luring out some mages with Lyn here. I also gave Lyn an iron bow because, you know, she gets more... well, she gained the ability to use that once she promoted. Okay, then! So, for this chapter, this is yet another chapter that actually has 2 versions to it. The requirements for this... oh god, I forgot this guy had bolting. The requirements for this chapter are a bit weird. To get this version of the chapter I have, where you fight against Kenneth, the combined levels of Urk, Sarah, Priscilla, and Lucius must be greater than the combined levels of Dorcas, Barter, Raven, and Guy. Yeah, it's kind of random. If it's the other way around, you would get a different version of this chapter which has a lot more rooms and plenty of locked doors in it. And instead, the boss of this chapter would be a guy named Jerme, who is an assassin, which, you know, since we haven't seen an assassin before, is a promoted thief. Yeah, I never got Jerme's version of this chapter on my first playthrough, so I don't know what to expect. Oh god, I forgot this guy had Purge as well. Purge is the magic, the light magic equivalent of bolting, so I need to get a healer on Legault fast now. Oh, I was kind of stupid in forgetting all that shit, so, Priscilla, your movement is so restricted here. Oh, Jesus. Okay, then, Fiora, you're probably gonna end up having to deal with a lot of these guys anyway. I also gave Raven a hand axe. The only downside to Raven getting axes is that just due to his low constitution, he loses a lot of speed from it, but, you know, hand axes are perfectly fine. Okay, we'll put you into position here, and let's think. Right, I also wanted to have Priscilla use her, Hermione on Will. I also gave her the, physics staff. I might give her back the sleep staff just with Merlinus later on, but still, okay. So, Fiora, you're once again going to be a very tanky character. At least I can switch. How much can you with the sword? You can't kill them, so I'll just... well, you can't kill the Sage in general, but I can at least block their way out. I'm not one of those people who, like, tries to max out weapon ranks with every possible weapon for a character that they can have. I just think that if the time comes where I might need to have them use the other weapon, I want them to at least have a decent enough rank so that they can use better versions of those weapons. That's all I'm getting at. Okay, so... I need to deal with this guy fast. Lucius, I wanna... yes, you rescue... you do not have a good enough constitution to rescue Legault. Oh, wait, Raven, then. You rescue... Legault, what the fuck's with your constitution right now? Well, first off, you desperately need healing. Minion, can you reach Priscilla? Yes, you can. I really need someone to rescue Legault right now, otherwise we could be really, really screwed right now. Oh... I guess also speaking of Legault, I'm actually recording this on the very same day that Legault was just revealed for Heroes. Which just completely took me by surprise. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to use Physic just in case nobody is able to rescue him. I did add some stuff to the list on my phone, but some of those things I can't really mention now. Because I was originally wanting to use Eliwood and Hector for this chapter because I've realized that I haven't actually done so much supporting with them. Okay, thank you, Florina. Because, you know, they're at B rank, and I obviously really want them to get to A rank, but yeah, that's a, you know, kind of lame for me, but I still have plenty of opportunities to do that later on. I want to obviously make sure that we're not in the range of these sages, but I also want to take out this frickin' bishop as well. Okay, so, you know what, I'll put Lyn out here, because Lyn's luck is good enough anyway, so, check the range on this guy, yeah. Another reason why you want to kind of deal with those enemies first, because the sage could be a massive problem to you when you're going from the outside. Okay, then, I'll keep Dart and Raven in the trees for right now, just because, you know, they have very low resistance, and I was hoping Sane would actually be able to finish off some of those magic users, but he can't really right now, and then just everybody else just move into random locations. The only thing that I really wanted to mention, and this is a very random thing, it's something that I mentioned in the original attempt at recording chapter 20, the previous chapter. I shouldn't even bother trying to remember the names right now! But, with Lucius obviously being able to use staves now, it's more akin to what he's like in Heroes, where he's a cleric instead of a monk, because monks aren't really much of a thing in the later games, and thus that transitions into Heroes as well. Okay, I think the last game that I really used, like, monks and, like, at least just light magic in turn was, Radiant Dawn, because I know Radiant Dawn also had the magic weapon triangle, which isn't really a thing in any of the other games outside of the GBA ones and those ones, because obviously the other ones you just have regular, like, anima magic, although I think it's just called elemental magic in those cases, and, you know, just frickin', just dark magic. I can never find the words. Florina is also pretty close to level 20, just I promoted Fiora because she reached level 20 first. There is an Elysian Whip dropped by an enemy in the very next chapter, so we don't have to wait too long, but I obviously really want to get that. What's the range? Okay, these guys are still very restricted in their range. Lyn can kill this guy with her first use of a bow, yes! And she gets a crit. First time Lyn's using the bow and she gets a crit. This is freaking nuts. See, again, this is why Lyn is awesome as a Blade Lord. Okay, I definitely want the Sage to get taken care of. Fortunately, he's gonna probably run outside now that I move Fiora. What's that? The Heavy Spear can kill him. I was actually considering having the Heavy Spear, use Himerne on the Heavy Spear as well for, like, its last usage, since it only has 3 usages after I used it on Will with his longbow. So, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do right now. The only reason I'm using it here is literally just because it would kill this guy, and not because, like, he has a weakness to it. Fiora gets yet another level up! I think Fiora is now my highest level character now, just when you just count, like, if you count, like, I misclicked! I pressed it too early. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, we're safe from this guy. I could probably maybe use Lucius to try and lure him out? Okay, see, Dart can't reach those trees, Raven can't reach those trees, so I'll just put Oswin in the trees. And where are these guys? Okay. They still can't reach Will. They can get close to reaching Will, though, so I'll keep them there for now. And then, Florina, I'm going to put you in just the trees for right now. Oh, wait, Motherfucker, I dealt with the bishop anyway, and now I'm just losing track of everything right now. It's alright, for this first episode of this chapter, I'm hoping to still get this chapter done in 2 episodes. There's not gonna be too much action, because I remember I kind of just stall out this part to, like, kind of deal with a lot of the magic users in here and the Wyvern Riders that come, so yeah. Well, I guess having Florina in there isn't so bad now that I think about it, because it avoids the mage with bolting, but okay. And then Sane, you, I guess you could, since you're also kind of screwed over by the magic users, I guess you could try getting the Heavy Sphere back, and, once again, I'll just kind of end it off here, because again, it's mainly just a lot of standing around for this beginning part here, and then when we get into more of the action. I mean, especially when obviously our movement is severely restricted right now, but whatever. Okay, we got this monk over here. Sorry for that weird noise there. And Lynn, Jesus, when did your resistance suddenly get so good? I think I might have an ulcer in my mouth. It's not too much of a problem, it just hurts sometimes, because I think like the ulcer gets stuck in my teeth and I end up inadvertently biting on it, and it's a little bit painful, not much, but yeah, I'm just getting a bit distracted by it. I'm still perfectly fine to record. If I wasn't feeling up to it, I wouldn't be recording this episode. But okay, that guy's still gonna go after Fiora. And now she's using the swords, but... because of my stupidity or whatever. Okay, is that the end of the turn? Oh! Ah! Wait! The snow will stop soon. That's your chance to move ahead. Right, I forgot! The snow works also very similarly to the rain! Yeah! So once that stops, we can actually move a lot better than we could previously. Okay then, Fiora, can you... Yes, you can take this guy out with just the sword. And... Damn! Where did all these crits come from? Holy shit! This is nuts! Alright then, let's see. Will... I don't want obviously you to use up all your uses of your longbow, so I'm gonna try and have you deal with these guys right here. I'm hoping that Will can take a bolting fine, assuming that it hits, because bolting's and accuracy isn't that great, but alright. Whew, okay then. So, what's the range on this guy? This guy cannot go after... if only... Does Priscilla... No, wait, Priscilla doesn't have any heals on herself. I could. I'm wondering now. She could... Oh, what do I do? Oh, no! I'm thinking right now. Does Florina, do you have any items on you? I don't know, no you don't. I gave Eliud some, actually. So that could be very good. Okay, trade with Priscilla. You give her that vulner you have right now, and I'll take barriers, because I'm probably not going to use it in the near future. And then, Eliud, you wait there, then... Okay, this is going to take a lot of talking, because this is my strategy here. Priscilla, you heal yourself up, and then you can actually move on ahead. I'll have her go there, so that way Ninian can still dance for her, and she's in the trees as well, so she's safe. Again, this is strategies requiring a lot of explanation to go, we're at 27 minutes already? It doesn't feel like I've been playing that long. I mean, I know the cutscene was pretty long, and I do have to cut out the preparations, but still. Granted, this chapter does admittedly kind of take a lot of preparations for me to do to think who would be best for dealing with the big corridor, and... Priscilla can't reach him. At least she's still out of the range of that Wyvern Rider, though, so I guess I can put her there and she can be safe. She's got good enough of resistance to survive bolting, though. And Sane, you just once again move over there. And then Florina, you stay there with Legault just to be safe. And again, I'm gonna be doing that with everybody else. But now we have these Wyvern Riders to deal with. And Lynn can take out this guy as well. He's not only just using a regular iron bow. So again, this just shows how freaking insane Lynn is and how helpful she is as a Blade Lord, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do her first out of all the lords. Okay then, so, I definitely obviously want to have Oswin also go on ahead, as far as he can actually go. Unfortunately, he can't, well, he can protect Lynn, I guess, as well. And then Lucius, you can use, I think lightning is just enough to deal with anyway. So I think this is Lucius' first time actually fighting the enemy as a bishop, since previously I just had him healing people up. I should mention, now that Lucius actually has the option to heal, if a character heals someone, that means that they end up equipping the staff. And if they're attacked while the staff is equipped, they can't fight back. That's just a thing. So technically the whole thing of healing units not being able to attack still applies, even when promoted. I was worried about Lucius there for 4K! 17 damage, but at least Lucius can destroy him. Oh! Okay. Damn. I was really worried there for a second. We got more Wyvern Riders, which means there's probably going to be more stand around. Will, please? Oh, thank you. Whew. Okay, now let's see. Actually, now that I remember, there is one mistake, though. I'm probably going to end up leaving this in the comments of episode 33 when it actually goes public, but, I mentioned, obviously, how I didn't think it would be likely that they would have two characters called Faye in Fire Emblem, but then I realized, oh wait! There's two Fire Emblem characters named Sonya! One in this game, and one in Echo, so yeah, I'm pretty freaking stupid. Okay, so, That guy dropped the chest key, which I'm not really going to use because I already have Legault with me, so then I can take back the heavy spear. Right, I'm in the wrong menu. There's so many menus I have to go for. Damn it! And you keep going through them by accident there. And then I could see you're going to have Priscilla try and use them. Once, obviously, she's got the Hamerne on Will's longbow. I know Raph has a longbow as well, but since longbows are so helpful, I want to kind of keep them as long as I possibly can. Okay, then Priscilla gains another level up. I'm really hoping that I can get Priscilla at least very close to level 15. At least give her up to level 14 by the end of this chapter, because I'm pretty sure that's when I'm going to actually promote her, because if I wait to level 20 at this point, we're going to have, barely any time left in the game for Priscilla to actually be sort of useful in her promoted class. And part of the reason why I wanted to show Priscilla was because I don't really see many Fire Emblem players play the class that Priscilla promotes to throughout the entire series. At least that's just from what I've noticed. I could be wrong about that, but still. Okay, Oswin, you can completely wreck this guy. There are those magic users nearby, but you are in the trees, and I'm pretty sure your resistance isn't that bad for a knight-related class, so still. Oswin's first level up as a general. But again, we've almost completely won from the get-go whenever we use Oswin. Lyn? Yeah, he can reach Oswin. And he just barely can, so I'll put... I'm trying to think. Lucius, you could go in the trees, and I'll have Lyn stand just behind you. Okay. So then, If only I could have Fiora get over there. Still, since, but then we still have these assholes as well. I want to deal with this. How many? He has one more use of that bolting, so I'll just wait till the end of this turn. I'll wait till the end of this turn, and then I'll start moving all my lower resistance characters forward, because that guy will no longer be a problem. So again, more standing around! Okay, Lucius, hopefully you can dodge this guy. Thank you. Had even less of a chance. That's exactly why I put you in the trees to begin with. And Lucius gets a pointless critical. Of frickin' course. But obviously, as you can tell, since obviously most of my team is promoted at this point, we're just absolutely destroying so many enemies now at this point. And again, part of that is just because of me waiting to level 20 once they had the best stats they possibly can have before promoting them, so they don't actually miss out on any other level ups. Whew! And Oswin destroys that guy, and I gotta make him switch over to a different weapon now so he doesn't end up wasting the javelin. Although it would be good against the mages. Well, just the mage, because I realize the monk can't reach him. Okay, then. Oswin, pull back. And it's not really much interesting for me to talk about, because once that jerk with the bolting tome goes away, as in he just breaks it, I can actually finally just get a move on this chapter. Okay, once again, just moving everything. All those magic users that are trapped in there are, completely... Oswin! What?! Okay, all the magic users that are trapped in there are completely optional, though. There is a locked door which you can open and go and find, and that's probably what I'll do when I when they're the last couple of enemies left to deal with. But still. Okay, this guy's going after Priscilla. 4% chance! That's your last use of bolting, and you waste it on that. Okay, now this guy can't fight anymore, so we can finally get a move on. And there is a druid up there. This guy has the spell Eclipse, which is a very long-range spell. It's basically how Flux works in Awakening, but he had a 0% chance of actually hitting it. So it's the dark magic version of Bolting and Purge, but it's even less accurate. Okay then, so now everybody can finally move on ahead. I am going to have, let's see, Fiora can move there, and then I can have Priscilla use her Myrne staff, yes, on the heavy spear. I guess, obviously, I'm probably going to end off this episode soon. There was something that's supposed to happen in this chapter that I thought would happen much sooner than it actually did, and unfortunately didn't end up being the case. But, I guess one final time, at least for a while, of this is a Nintendo game, is the fact that we literally just have a bishop character who talks about, gods being all, bullshit and all that, which, is not really something you normally see in a Nintendo game. But okay, now, I think after the end of the enemy's next turn, I am just going to, just end it off here, really. Okay, then now I can move everyone else ahead. The Galts, I'll just keep look out with Florina for right now, and because obviously I want to get that sleep staff on Priscilla, I'll have Ninian dance for her and she can go back to Merlinus. And then we just gotta see enemies just sort of dicking around, and probably that druid missing again. Because on my first playthrough when I got to this chapter, I never saw that druid hit with Eclipse. Okay, so take out the... I can't scroll all the way to the bottom by going up from the top. The sleep staff. I could use unlock, but I think sleep might be a bit better for some of the tougher enemies. Or not, because they're all gone. But okay, so at this point, let's see. I really need to get everybody in position for something that's going to come up later on. But so I'll put Lynn there, and then I can have Lucius try to deal with this monk. And I'll just keep asking where he is. So then we can just go for the enemy turn, which probably shouldn't have too much going on. But these guys are going to obviously try and attack us right away. And that is exactly what I wanted to happen. 0 damage to Lucius! Again, Lucius' amazing resistance. And he just destroys a monk. The one of the lower class to him. And I sound like a posh knob at this point. Okay, the druid's gonna go after Lynn, but again, 0% chance to hit because of how good Lynn's luck is. Goodbye! Okay, that should be the end of the turn. Is what I think's gonna happen? Oh, I forgot about them! Okay, now we're gonna have to deal with these jackasses. So, next time on Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade, deal with these reinforcements and continue on through this chapter. I don't really think there's too much left of it for me to go through right now, though. So, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.